Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System. And the word of the day is freeze. And I'm not talking about frozen lakes and rivers and streams. I'm talking about the natural tendency of human beings to freeze, to shut down when things get to be too intense, when everything gets to be too much. Now, I'm recording this word of the day on the aftermath of the Las Vegas massacre, which was the largest mass shooting event that has ever happened in the United States. And if you don't already know about it, then I would say use your discretion to look it up. But I will just say it's pretty horrifying and really, really sad. But if that wasn't bad enough, the thing is that the last couple months have just been a roller coaster ride here in the United States. So many things have been going on. So many people have lost so much. There has been so much suffering. There has been so much difficulty. There have been all these weather events. There have been human events where human beings have been acting out and doing things, and just it goes on and on right now. And I know for a lot of highly sensitive empathic people that it is particularly hard right now. It's bringing up all kinds of feelings of sadness and fear and worry and concern and overwhelm, lots and lots of overwhelm. And I was thinking about how, as human beings, we have this part of our brain, the amygdala, which is the part of our brain that controls our responses to stress and fear, and basically is in charge of getting the cortisol, which is the hormone, our adrenal hormone, that gets us moving, and is the part that will get us to take action or to do something, to get us out of harm's way and to try to keep us alive. And the thing is that when we're in these kinds of stressful situations, what can end up happening is that stress response will keep going and going and going. And that stress response will generally tend to cause us to respond in one of three ways. We will either fight and try to fight our way out of a dangerous situation, or we will flee, which is run the hell away and just get the hell out of Dodge, which obviously in the case of a hurricane, sometimes evacuation is the best option. And then the other thing we do is that we freeze. And freezing is usually what happens when we have run out of the other options, when fighting is not an option and fleeing is not an option, but we feel backed into a corner. And so what happens is our nervous system just hits a wall and it just shuts down. And we go into this numbness, we go into this place of feeling almost paralyzed, and where we just lose the energy to do anything. So, for example, if you've been noticing that lately you're feeling super exhausted and feeling really unmotivated and really wondering where your energy is to do anything, it's entirely possible that part of the reason why you're feeling this way is that so much is going on right now that there is a part of our nervous system that's just like, I am freezing, I am done, this is just too muchy. Now, the thing about this is that there are ways to work with this and to reset the amygdala. Now, tapping, which is something that I absolutely love and work with a lot, EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, that is something that can really, really make a difference. And in the same way that a martial artist has learned to override that natural fight, flight, or freeze, and has learned how to respond to stress instead of reacting to stress, we too can do this. And it is possible for us to bring ourselves back to a place of calmness and back to a place of relaxation, even when things are really stressful. Now, I think that there's a certain paradox in this world, because I think many of us think that if we are feeling a sense of urgency and if we feel stressed out, that somehow we're going to handle a difficult situation better. But the irony is that we are much more able to handle stressful situations from a place of calmness and clarity when we can step back and look at things and make a decision from a much broader perspective than when we are in that sense of urgency of fight, flight, or freeze, where the tunnel vision is keeping us from being able to see most of our options. And so, even though it may feel like being stressed out is the way we should be in these difficult situations, finding our way back to calmness is actually going to be more effective. And especially right now, with all of the things that are going on, being calm is probably one of the very best things that we can possibly do at the moment. Now, as you might imagine, I am a big fan of tapping for calming ourselves down. And I invite you to check out my YouTube channel where I've got a whole playlist of videos that are for doing tap-alongs and learning how to use this tool so that you can calm yourself down. In the meantime, I am going to also ask you a couple questions. One is, so what are you? Are you a fighter? Are you a fleer? Or are you a freezer? Or do you do some combination of all of those above? And do you recognize when you're fighting, when you're fleeing, and when you're freezing? And at this point in time, how do you calm yourself down? How do you find yourself back to a state of calmness and ease? How do you reboot your system? So I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this. Please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace. I'm wishing you ease, and I am really wishing you the ability to reboot and come back to that state of calmness. So, in the meantime, as I mentioned, please go check out my YouTube channel and especially all of those tapping videos that I've got there. There's definitely some resources for helping you to learn how to navigate and use tapping to calm yourself down. So the YouTube channel is Jennifer Moore, Modern Medicine Lady. And also, I will be eternally grateful for your help to get this video out into the world. Please like it, please share it, and please pass it along to other people who would find it useful. Thank you so much. And until tomorrow, I wish you peace.